Hello, my name is Pat. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly reading vlog. So it is already 8:30 p.m. I had just finished reading my book for today. I didn't update this morning because I was focused more on editing and uploading the previous week's reading vlog, so I focused on that, and then I wanted to get a good chunk into the story or finish the whole book before I actually update. I finished Fire in His Embrace by Dixon. It's the third book in her Dragon series, and I was very excited with this one because it's following a character that I was very much into following. Like, I was very interested in her story. But the first part was good. Eventually, the middle part to the end, there wasn't a lot happening. I didn't like the main couple as much as I liked the previous two couples. I had pretty high expectations for this one because I wanted their story. And again, the first part was really good, but then by the middle and it's just not, I didn't like very much, and there wasn't much happening. And I thought with the second book introducing more explanation to how the dragons came to be here on Earth and the rift and all that, I thought we were going to get a little bit more here in the story. We didn't really get it, especially with the inclusion of the main kind of enemy here in the story. I thought we would definitely be getting a lot more into, the dragon, how the dragons came here, where they came from, their life before, etc. We didn't really get it. We didn't really get much of it. There was a little bit, but again, it's not as much as the second book, and so I was just expecting that we get more here because it was heavily introduced in the second book, so that was very disappointing. I am interested in continuing this series because I also like the character that we're following next. So yeah, I will be continuing that, I think, today, and then maybe, I don't know. I'm planning on I'm trying to get into my older, TBRs, the ones that I've bought, physical, the ones that I've had for years, especially the ones that I got from Book of the Month, because I have some books from 2019 that I haven't read, actually quite a lot of them. So yeah, I need to get to those, but I don't want to force myself to read something that I don't want to. So, and I also have a few holds on the library. I have a Curse of Dark and Lonely series available. I have the ebook available, and then the second and third book I have on hold, and they're readily available, so they might be available by tomorrow. So that's gonna be my TBR for the next week, I think, for this week, I think. So yeah, that's it for right now, and I guess my second update is going to be tomorrow. I'll see you then. So, quick update for today. It is now 2:40 p.m. Monday. I just finished Fire in His Fury as a title. I already forgot. It's kind of the same with the previous book, but I think I enjoyed this a little bit more. I think I need a break from this series and reading in ebook form. I don't think I'm really good with reading in ebook form, so I'll be taking a break. I don't know what I'm gonna be reading next, but I do have Before the Coffee Gets Cold that I need to finish. I can probably finish that later today as well, and then I don't know, choose one of my physical TBRs, because if I find that whenever I read ebooks back to back, it feels a little too much for me. I get overwhelmed, and then I don't get to read as much or want to read as much. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to physical, which is great because I actually have a physical book that I owned. That is it for this update. I will see you later when I finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold.
Hello, so quick end of the day update. I picked up Crier's War by Nina Varela. This is the first book in a duology, and this actually is the Owl Crate version that I received last year, more than a year ago, and I've been wanting to pick this up because this is a sapphic fantasy featuring a romance between a character who is human and a character who is not. The other character is a robot called an autome in this world, and it's a story of revenge too, and there's a lot of politics so far. I'm a little over halfway through this book and I'm really enjoying it. We are still building up the story, but there are definitely enough pieces of the story that tells you that there's a lot of things going on that these two characters don't fully realize. They are on different ends of a war, so it's kind of enemies to lovers. I'm not 100% sure if I would consider this completely enemies to lovers, although they are both again, on different sides of the war, because one is human and one is a robot autome. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. Again, a lot of politics, but it's very intriguing because there's definitely an introduction to a lot of different elements and different hints to the fact that there's a lot more to the story than both of them realize and both of them know. And there was just recently like a reveal here, and it's very surprising. So I'm really enjoying it so far, and I don't know if I will finish this tomorrow, but I do want to finish before the coffee gets cold tomorrow, because I literally only have like under 100 pages left for that one, so it'll only probably take me like an hour to finish it. So I want to finish that first, but I do have a little bit of a longer work day tomorrow, so we'll see. I will update you guys tomorrow then.
Hello. Today is Wednesday, end of the day, and I just finished Crier's War by Dina Varela. I didn't update yesterday because I didn't read yesterday. I was very busy, had a very long day. And I didn't update this morning because I didn't read until this evening, because in the morning I filmed my Illuminate unboxing, edited it, and then I uploaded it, and then I had work. I read a little bit, like a few pages, and then it was only after work that I continued and I finished. I like it. I think it's really more of a setup to the second book, and I feel like the second book is where we're going to get a lot more action. We are only still getting a little bit of like information about the whole history of humans and the autome and how they were made, etc., and the relationship in between, and then also what's happening now politically, and the different sides of the war between the autome and the humans, and the people wanting completely autome kind of world versus a coexisting kind of world with humans and autome. Again, it's more of a setup, so we didn't really get a lot here, and only bits of like the history and stuff. So I will be continuing on to the next book because I am interested in what's gonna happen next, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. So we're reading a lot slowly this week, but I'm still very happy with what's going on because it has been a very busy week with me having to film all these unboxings, edit, and upload. Literally, I filmed 2 unboxings today. I edited 2 unboxings today, and I uploaded 2 unboxings today, both of which are going to be up tomorrow. And I'm probably going to be filming another unbox on the 30th, which is I think Saturday, because I have another one coming in that day. So it's going to be a very busy week of editing and uploading and all that, so I won't have a lot of time reading. But hopefully I'll finish Ironheart before the week ends, maybe kind of squeeze in one more half of a book. Still, I finished a few books still this week, but yes, I'll see you guys on my next update. Hi, it's almost 8 p.m. on Thursday. I haven't read a lot. It's partly because it's that time of the month for me, and I was like in a lot of pain earlier today, and I just couldn't read. I was just like, I can't. So I did like a lot of stretching and even drank medicine, but I also had work, so I just got home, had dinner and all that, and I will be continuing this. I think I'm on page 66. It's 400 pages, and I don't know if I'll finish it tonight. I want to finish it tonight so I can start a different book tomorrow and maybe finish it Saturday or something like that. I hope that this will give us a lot more explanation and a lot more really interesting reveals, because everything so far has just been teased in the first book. There was only a small reveal at the end that I've already kind of guessed by like the first, I don't know, third of the book or something like that, very early on. So yeah, hopefully I will like this a lot more than I did the previous book, because the previous book, although I enjoyed it, we didn't really get a lot of action. There wasn't much going on in terms of the different mystery parts in the story, like in the plot line, but we weren't really given enough for us to really speculate and guess on. So I hope this will really interest me more. Hopefully there's a lot more intrigue for me here. So I'll update you guys hopefully at the end of the night when I finish it, if I finish it, or at least 75% of the way through. Hi, it is almost 8 p.m. Saturday, July 31st, and I just finished reading Ironheart. I was supposed to finish this yesterday, I was planning to, but I still felt off. I didn't finish it, and I wasn't intrigued enough for this one, so unfortunately I didn't like this book, and I was expecting to like it. I wouldn't say I had high expectations, but I was prepared to go in and love it and enjoy it, or at least like really enjoy it a lot, but I didn't. I just felt like the characters were bland. Like I didn't care enough for any of the characters. I wanted to. I was kind of forcing myself to, but I just didn't. I didn't hate them. And then plot-wise, there were elements in the story that I think were made to intrigue the reader, but it didn't do it for me. It kind of did at first, but I just didn't care enough for anybody to be like really rooting for anyone. The villains are bland. I didn't feel like threatened by the villains. You know, they're not sinister, they're not scary. They're just pretty much ineffective villains, non-effective villains. But also like the main characters, I just didn't they were okay. They were fine. I didn't care enough for them to really want to fight for what they fight for, at least. It's just I didn't feel threatened by the villains, and so I didn't feel like there was something really to fight for. Yeah, very low intrigue, the characters are okay. The plot felt kind of disjointed because the nuggets of information about the past or the history of how the Autome came to be and how the humans and the Automes coexisted with each other throughout history were, again, it was supposed to give us intrigue, but it gave me that, like, not enough of it. The basic idea of what each side was fighting for, I get, but like I just did not feel connected enough to anybody to really want to follow what the protagonists are doing. So again, it was, I wanted to like it. I was kind of, you know, really pushing myself to read this. I could have DNF'd it, but I really wanted to give this a chance. I probably should have DNF'd it because I didn't really enjoy this one. We definitely got a lot more action in terms of this one. The first book we got a lot more just politics and history. I only read 4 books, so like half of the amount that I read last week, which is, it's fine. I still read a lot this month. I read 20 books this month. Yeah, the first 2 books I really liked. Well, the favorite book that I read for this week is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This was so emotional. Like every story made me cry, at least tear up, if not like full on crying. It was really good, and it's like a collection of short stories, which I usually don't really enjoy because I don't feel connected to characters enough usually with like collections of short stories. But I think with the premise of this one, with people wanting to go back to the past, I feel like it made it really effective to follow different people's stories who are trying to get back into the past. Definitely pulled at the heartstrings for me personally, so I really enjoyed Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And then Furnace Embrace, again, I still want to continue with this series. Let's see how I will like the next books. Probably I'm gonna read like just a few every month, maybe 2-3 every month. The stories are very formulaic in a way, but it definitely introduced a lot of the history of how the dragons came to Earth, etc. So that really was a lot of fun for me to kind of follow. But again, like the romantic aspect of it kind of is in a way formulaic. That's why I think I got a little burnt out reading 4 of the book in a span of 2 weeks. So I'm not gonna do that next month. So yeah, those are all the books that I read for this week. Not as good as last week because I read a lot more last week and I enjoyed a lot more of my reading last week. This week is just meh. It wasn't okay, but that's fine. Hopefully next week it's going to be a lot easier, a lot better. Also, August is my birthday month, so I don't know. I might film a few like special videos and a few special things in celebration. I don't know yet, I'm not 100% sure, but I have a few ones that I for sure want to do. But yes, that's it for this week. I will see you next week for my next reading vlog. Again, it's my birthday month, so I do have quite a few books I want to read this month. Yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.